So if you watched our last video, you know that we were in Glasgow, and to film this video, we had to get all the way down to Cardiff in one day. There was one little problem with this, though. The trains weren't running on the day we needed to get down to Cardiff. This was also complicated by the fact that we didn't exactly go to sleep early the night before in Glasgow. Regardless, we have to wake up at 8 a.m. to rent a car to drive down to Cardiff from Glasgow. It's 7 freaking hours. And for me, it's got to be on the wrong side of the road. The United States of America. Yeah! But I make a couple of turns, definitely accidentally run a red light, and then find a way onto the highway, which fortunately carries us all the way down there. I managed to do this by making just one right turn, at least until we got into Cardiff. When we had to find the rental car place, it seemed to be somewhere between Narnia and nowhere at all. And we drove around the city center of Cardiff on the wrong side of the road in construction and pre-match day conditions. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 freaking times. At which point I found a place to stash the car and had my brother get out to go actually find the rental car place, only to discover that it was entirely blocked off by construction. Not only that, it didn't have a place to drop the car off, and it was already closed. At which point, myself, on the wrong side of the road, had to find a place to park the car overnight so we could wake up at 8 a.m. and turn it in the next morning. But one plus was while we were driving around, we noticed a giant glistening stadium. So of course we figured the national team game has to be in this one giant glistening stadium in Cardiff. So we start to film, and we film this.
So after a ridiculous odyssey, we actually made it to Cardiff an hour before the game. Well, we made it 2 hours before the game and drove around 20 times, and the place was absolutely bumping. And that's because this is a very important game, actually. Not only is it a national game for Wales, they are in need of not losing. If they lose this game, they're going down. If they win, they're actually likely to stay up, which would be fantastic. But like I said, this place was bumping. People are starting to move toward the stadium, so we should probably do that too, even though downtown is pretty. Let's go.
2 sausage rolls, 2 steak bakes.
Thank you.
I figured I'd get an orange juice too.
Try it out.
This is Adler Tries a Sausage Roll, part 1. Cheers.
That's pretty good.
Right? You're not just saying that? Another convert. We also got a steak and bake, so stay tuned. Sorry, steak bake. It's no end. What do you think?
That's good. I think the sausage roll is better.
Final answer. For my last trick, a Floridian trying orange juice in Wales.
But after we finished recording, we noticed that all the people that were around us to get ready for the game, they were no longer there. So when we text our contact, Ben Swansea, to get a drink before the game, he says he's 30 minutes away from where we are. At which point we start plugging things into maps and realize that we are trying to go to the wrong massive stadium. There are 2 massive stadiums in Cardiff.
So we're having a debate. Are we wrong to have assumed they were playing in the stadium?
I don't think so.
Why?
It's a massive stadium right in the middle of town.
It is. It's a massive stadium. And how does Cardiff have 2 massive stadiums? I mean, congrats to them. I just didn't see it coming. And neither did Adler. You're supposed to say his name. It's not very coordinated. And I'm bringing that up to you because the massive freaking stadium is right around this corner. We're also going to get there like 5 minutes before the game starts. The atmosphere was great though, but that now totally explains why the street near us was abandoned an hour before the game started. See, look at that. It's huge. How is that not where they're playing the game? Look at it. What are we doing?
So at a trot, we begin trying to make our way from the stadium that's not the right stadium to the stadium that is the right stadium.
So we're still sprinting. We didn't have time for our normal Jersey run, but we got some scarves off a lady that was closing her shop up. So we are basically ready to land in Wales and go straight into the game. Let's go find Ben.
Then we run around the stadium. We find Ben Swansea in line to get in, and we make it inside just in time for the opening kick.
Take us where we're going. There? Okay.
First half's over. We got here. There were people in our seats. Absolute mess. But good energy in the first half. Wales carried the first 10 minutes. The Welsh end is fantastic. Poland traveled well. They brought great energy. Lewandowski's having a really bad game right now. I don't know what's going on with that. I think they're in his head, aren't they? Yeah. They're in his head. That's why he's struggling. Adler thinks so. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. But it's going to be all we'll play for in the second half. And they're going to be right in front of us. So I'm really excited. The stadium's great. They've got a little band that I'll try and show you guys. But been a fun first half. Looking forward to the second. So they're playing a bunch of music, so if you actually wanted to hear my voice, I had to come outside at the end of the game. Absolutely fantastic into the game. The second half was amazing. Barn burner the last 10 minutes. The crowd was up the whole time. The match was incredibly edgy the entire time. I'm telling you, the ref, both sides hated him. Close calls, a lot of physicality. Lewandowski went down at one point. Gareth Bale had to put his hair back up, which is almost worse. Everybody ended up okay at the end of the day. Kiefer Moore picked up a late yellow. I think it was him coming in with an elbow. Just madness around the box. Really, really, really fun atmosphere. Definitely a serious edge to it, especially towards the end. But what was really cool to see was after the game, everything kind of recalibrated. They played the song where they got to sing about we're going to Qatar and those sorts of things. And I think that's where everybody's at the end of the day. So Wales is going down to Nations League B, but more importantly, they're going to Qatar. The spirit's still high. And the team, the XG's probably really close in this game, but Wales was after him for the last 10 minutes and did a good job on Lewandowski. They just made a couple of massive mistakes at the back that they have to clean up. Outstanding experience.